Hello guys, my name is Peter, I'm 22 years old and I live in Belarus. I work as a local television for a living. That's why there is so much lighting behind me, and that's why I can make those fancy titles. But enough of me, today we're going to talk about equalizers, the very important tool in our sound toolbox. Equalizer can be very helpful, but also it can ruin the whole song if it used incorrectly. In modern digital audio workstations, you will find that equalizer is a fairly complex thing, especially if you are a beginner. So I recommend you to start from the basics. And to do that, we'll take a look at the old school analog mixing board. It's designed so an audio engineer can work on it fast and without any confusion. Okay, so the mixing board we're going to look at is the Yamaha MG20, and we are going to focus only on the EQ section. At the very top we can see a gray button signed HPF, the high pass filter. Now, when this button is engaged, it will cut everything below 80 Hz. This is very useful when you want to get rid of different kind of low-pitched noises, like a hit on a microphone stand or a blowing wind into the microphone and such. Next, we move to the low shelf filter. By turning this knob counterclockwise, you will reduce everything below 100 Hz by a certain amount of decibels, and turning it clockwise will boost everything below 100 Hz. Great thing to do if you want to really hear the kick drum punching or tighten up that bass guitar. Next, we have our parametric EQ. Parametric because it has two parameters: the selectable center frequency and cut or boost. And here we can see that our center frequency varies from 250 Hz to 5K. It is a more complex type of filter, but it can be very helpful for removing or adding specific frequency band. And finally, our high shelf. It will cut or boost everything above 10K for a certain amount of decibels. Okay, let's recreate our Yamaha 20 MG EQ section in our favorite DAW. I'm gonna be using Cubase 5. Just like on our mixing board, first we'll create a high-pass filter. For this purpose, I will use a Nuendo EQ2 plugin, and I will set the cutoff frequency at 80 Hz. Now we can turn it on or off, just like on a real console. Next, we will create our low shelf filter and set its frequency at 100 Hz. Now we can boost or cut. Then we move to our parametric EQ. Its frequency range starts at 250 Hz and ends at 5K. Mixing boards usually doesn't have a EQ parameter, but in our DAW we have. For now, I will just set it to 1. Now we can boost or cut and sweep through dedicated frequency range. And finally, our high shelf filter. We will set its frequency at 10K, just like on our mixing board. And ta-da! We can boost and cut. Have fun! Thanks guys, that's it for today's lesson. I hope it was helpful. I will see you all next week. Goodbye!